Welcome to the first episode of my Hardcore Arc series. In my current quest to become the king of survival games, this was a hurdle I was always gonna have to pass. Only problem is I'm kinda bad at video games. So join me on my quest to conquer my favorite survival game. And be sure to stay until the end to see me tame the hardest tame in the game. Welcome to Hardcore. Okay, I'm gonna get into it starting now, actually. First off, I need to get all the basic stuff out of the way. I guess technically this is my first tame. Hope he forgives me for the spear in his eye, but I need to keep myself somewhere safe, like on this raft. I'm gonna get this pteranodon first real quick. Only a few more tames to go, but I'm gonna use my new bird to get another bird, this Argentavis specifically, because I have a lot of work to do. So let me tell you about that. Welcome to my plans for the ranch. I'm gonna enclose a large area so that I can keep all my dinos in one place. But I'm gonna need a giant fence that wraps around the whole thing, and eventually build all the structures for all the dinos to live. But if you've ever built anything large in Ark, then you know how I'm gonna wanna finish this series a little early with a quick bite of organic polymer. But to make my life a little easier, I'll grab a couple of dinos. A beaver and a doedicurus. A beaver because they get more wood than your mother, and a doedicurus because if you say it slow, you'll go to hell. And I got a horse for narcotics. If you're curious where I got all my levels in my crossbow, it's from this alpha. But anyways, I'm gonna start on the wall now. I don't want y'all to get bored or anything, so let me tell you a joke. What do you get if you cross an elephant with a rhino? Now you'd say, I don't know, what do you get? And then I'd say, if I know. Oh, almost died. But it looks like the wall is done. Now I know how those people in China felt. I hope that isn't somehow offensive. Disclaimer, I know no history of the Great Wall of China. But anyways, now for the fun part. I have to tame all the creatures on this map. I've split them into a list, starting with the easy ones, going into the very, very hard ones at the end. And I wish I enjoyed the easy tames more, because I almost lost my life and my sanity with some of these later tames. But if you were interested, what defines the easy category, it's creatures that I don't feel like can kill me, or I can just pick them up with my Argentavis / bola them. So, in order, I tamed a dodo, a terrorbird, a parasaur, a direwolf, a lystro, a dillo, a megalania, a compy, a dung beetle, a scorpion. And at this 15-hour mark, I decided that one tame at a time wasn't gonna cut it, so I made cryopods. Then I got a vulture, a raptor, this camel guy, an anky, a kintro, a jerboa. And because I fear of you getting bored, here are all the rest in the easy category all at once. Alright, so before I start the new category dubbed medium/annoying tames, I'm gonna skip ahead and get a very hard tame out of the way. So now here's your time to guess what it is while I get prepared. I know I didn't give you much time, but if you guessed wyvern, you'd be right. My plan is to lead the wyverns that chase me into my turrets and have the turrets kill them. But you know how it goes. The best laid schemes, oh mice and men, Giga, fugly, and all that. But I got the wyvern egg, and now I have a tame that can get me around this map much faster than the RG ever could. So while I tame up these creatures, let me tell you what defines this category. It's tames that can cause me a little trouble possibly, but it's also populated with the annoying tames, which are the passive tames. The ones like this Diplodocus that annoyingly pushes you around as you try and tame it. But most of this category didn't give me any trouble, but there was an incident. And so it's time to address the if I know in the room. The reason why I have to call this hardcore-ish, and I don't have a recording of the incident because I didn't know it would even happen, but I logged off on my wyvern on the side of the mountain next to my base, and then whenever I got back on the game the next day, I was dead. No idea why, it's not a server, it's just a single player world, so I had to create a new character and reclaim everything. I got arced, basically. I didn't think that this should count as a death in my hardcore series, and it was a painful process reclaiming everything, but you are welcome to disagree. I just wanted to be upfront and make sure everybody knew. I don't want to lie to anybody. But anyways, back to the taming. My problem was never the taming process with these, it was finding the dino most of the time. Out of all the dinos, I'd say 2 were the most difficult. I thought getting the bees would be easy, but after breaking multiple hives, I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. But I did get one tamed, and then tragedy almost struck, but I got lucky. And then the second tame that took forever was this stupid monkey. I flew around for hours looking for this tiny monkey, but I found it. And after I got those 2 tames out of the way, I tamed up the 2 veggie cake tames, and that marks the end of the medium tames. Now it's time to move on to what everybody's been waiting for, the hard tames and very hard tames. I got some of the hard ones out of the way pretty easily, like the Aranio and the Arthroplura. But while I'm doing that, if you could quickly hit the subscribe button and like the video. I'm pretty new to YouTube, and letting me know if you like something or not and want to see more helps me out a lot. I also got this Tyrannus, just had to net it, wasn't too bad. And same with the Aloe, but for some reason they were really difficult to find. I built a really classic trap to tame a T-Rex. I don't know where this one comes from, but I've been using it for years and it's super simple. The next one I had to tame was a Quetzal, which proved to be more difficult than I thought it would be. I thought my Wyvern would stay in the sky and I could net it, but that didn't work twice. So I decided to use my Pteranodon to try and parachute in front and net it. I got it with the net, but I don't know how to cut the parachute, so I had to slowly float down, but since that took so long, it actually got away. I just had to repeat the process, and this time I actually got it. The last one on the hard tames list was the Mantis, which you actually need a deathworm horn for, which isn't terrible, but what was terrible was finding a deathworm. I don't know why everything is so hard to find. I looked up YouTube videos on how to find it, still couldn't, and eventually I just spent about 20 minutes running in circles around on a bear in the desert until one came up and killed it, and then easily tamed the Mantis afterwards. But now, here's the category that nearly made me lose my sanity. If I don't die during these, I would amaze myself. On this list, we have the last 3 Wyverns, a Troodon, an Onyx, the Unicorn, the Rock Golem, the Giga, the Carchar, and what I'm dreading the most, the Titanosaur. I'm gonna grab the other 2 Wyvern eggs, which could be dangerous, but since now I'm faster than them, it really isn't that much of a problem anymore. The one that did cause problems was this Ice Wyvern though, because it's in the Murder Snow. Why the Murder Snow would exist? Don't ask me, doesn't make sense. But I could only spend moments in at a time, so I had to fly in, fly out, scope for the egg. Eventually I got one though, got away from the 150 that was chasing me, and it was a really good egg. So I actually tamed it up, hatched it, did all that stuff, and got a really good Wyvern out of it. Next I'm gonna tame the big bad of the arc, the Giga. It's still easier than these next ones on the list, but all I needed to do was trap it in some billboards. I'm sure I couldn't mess that up. Alright, well after the loss of Peter, I did it right, and just had to shoot the guy for a few minutes. Now I was going to need some T-Rexes to tame these next creatures, so I got a breeding female for my Rex I had already tamed, and now probably the most frustrating tame I have ever done, up to this point at least. This wasn't including the Titan, but this tiny raptor lookalike is extremely difficult to tame. Especially when it seems like nothing is going right. Like, why won't he fucking attack me? Just ignores me. And then I kept getting trigger happy. But I finally did it with a little bit of improvisation. And I'm happy to never do that again. Next up, I snagged myself a unicorn. This one really wasn't bad. I probably shouldn't complain because it wasn't difficult. I just had to fly around for probably about 2 hours or so, just killing the horses that were there, and I killed all the creatures, honestly. Just flew around, and eventually I found one. Easy tame. Then was the Onyx, which is the only one on this list that I am deeming untamable, because I went to get these Onyx that I knew spawned on the castle. It didn't go well. I ended up nearly losing my Wyvern and my life. So I went to where the wiki says they can be found, or Dododex, I mean. There's none in there. I flew around forever in this dark ass cave and there is nothing there. So until I'm proven wrong, I'm deeming this one untamable and subtracting it from the list. Now I need to tame something I'd never tamed before, the brand new creature, the Carcharodontosaurus, which I had to look up a video, but I saw it seemed pretty easy if you used baby Rexes. So I did the same thing I did with the Giga, trapped it in some gates, just to make sure it couldn't escape. I got some baby Rexes. Are you kidding me, dude? It has a mutation? A yellow one, at that. Literally my favorite color. And he's crab sick, so he's stuck out here. Oh well, I'm gonna try and keep him alive and feed the Carchar, whatever it's called, this Rex. But why is he not interested? I swear, dude, nothing ever goes right for me. I flew away and came back to see if that would work, and the fucker just hopped out. But I saw he was green, so I could ride him. I ran over there, but he ate the last Rex before I could get on him, so I just had to start killing everything in sight. I honestly was sure this wasn't going to work. But he didn't kick me off, and I ended up getting a full tame, which was some nice, needed relief. While I'm in the desert, I might as well get the second to last, get the rock column. And you know what? I can show you all the times I messed this up. The trap that didn't work, the trick with the flyer that didn't work. It worked for everybody else, but you know what worked for me? 3 stone gates right around this guy and shooting him in the face with a cannon. I missed a couple of times, but eventually knocked him out anyways. And then we have the final boss, the hardest tame in the game, the Titan. I equipped my Quetzal with a cannon and turned it into a war machine. I decided I would drive and Sam would fire the cannon. Wait, what do you mean Sam hasn't been here? He's been here the whole time. Life a little easier, I'll grab a couple of dinos. Alright, we had a pretty solid plan to knock out the Titan. It just had one fatal flaw. The Titan was too fast and we needed to be in front of it so we could hit its head. And after an hour and a half, we had to cut our losses and head back because it was not going down. We loaded up the Quetzal with a front-facing cannon as well, and as many cannonballs as we could carry, and we went to take down the Titan.
Wait. I can't see anymore, so... Oh, okay, actually it's good. Okay, cutting him off. Oh, he changes. Oh my god. Keep going.
Click the X button, idiot.
Hurry. Yes!
Down. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Like fucking... Hold on. We gotta hurry. Put the saddle on and put this...
It's in the Quetzal.
I can't land. Oh, I can't fucking land! Is he like close? I don't know how it works. Does he wake up fast? Oh, did you get it?
I can't fucking move.
Drop it to me, drop it to me. Oh,
Holy shit.
Mama. Oh my god. Holy shit.
With that 3-hour tame out of the way, that wraps it. Oh, wait. Sorry, I almost forgot about Peter's death. Okay, so that wraps it up for all the creatures in the ark that have been... Wait, you think some are missing? You mean all the aquatic creatures? Oh, well, you'll just have to tune into episode 2 for those.